Easily find, book, and manage your travel nursing assignments with the AMN Passport app. Download today. I was thinking of some of the things as far as pitfalls that nurses can fall into and ways that we can kind of help those nurses. And I think it's important to like introspectively look at ourselves as the seasoned nurses that are currently on the unit. And as far like be aware of what we are teaching and like how available we are to our new grads as far as mentorship goes, because I feel like they are always passively learning based on what we are doing. I was recently at a conference and this one nurse was talking to me about, she said something about, oh, these new nurses, they don't answer alarms, and I was thinking like, well, who are they learning from? I mean, do they, are you at the desk? Like not, we have learned how to prioritize some of those alarms. Like we have to, like, because of alarm fatigue, we're not going to go to every, we might not look at the monitor every single, we know which ones are important and which ones are not so important. We would burn out if we have to like actively, intentionally respond to every alarm. But the new nurses see that we are not responding to certain alarms. And so, but they don't have that same, like critical thinking process going on. So they just aren't responding. And I just thought that was a interesting, like, look at yourself before you try to, attack a new grad for like not doing something. I mean, they're learning from us.
No, and that's where that role modeling comes into play.
Yeah.
The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree. And if the next generation of nurses, if you're not showing them being the example that they need, if you're not being the person that they need, being that helpful person, being that civil person in the on the unit, they're going to turn around and become just like that. Nursing is a team sport, and we have more work in a shift than one person can reasonably do. So we do need to lean on each other. We need to lean on everybody on the team to get that done. And if you create an environment of civility, of teamwork, of help, of knowledge sharing, that will pay itself back in droves.
Yes. Yeah, it absolutely will. It just takes that extra work and empathy and compassion for that new group in order to, because if you just, do your 12 and come home, it's, you might be benefiting yourself in some ways if you need that, but also, it really does behoove you and your unit to like participate as a group, as a team, on your shifts.
And, like I said, that's where I was lucky coming into nursing, going into a unit where it was a real teamwork environment, where it wasn't your patient, my patient. Everybody was our patient. We all took care of everybody's patient. If I heard your alarm going off, I checked it out. If I heard your IV pumps going off, I checked it out, and vice versa. I think we're lucky in that we are coming into a time in nursing where there is increased awareness of incivility in the workplace, decreased tolerance of bullying in the workplace. Mm-hmm. So I think that is a great thing for new nurses coming in that maybe didn't exist for people in the past.
Yeah, I see that too. I feel like, so I've been a nurse for 9 years, and I think early on in my career, I felt a little bullied from time to time, and I don't see that happening. I agree. I don't see that happening so much that I used to, and I don't know if that was a different unit or if that is truly like as a culture, we're kind of like shifting away from that. I don't know. Have you heard that from new grads that you've talked to that they feel more supported?
Yeah, very much so. Okay. A lot of the places I go to, the units I go to, the new nurses talk about how great their colleagues are, how great their charge nurses are, how great the senior nurses are in helping them. It's not an eye-rolly environment. Yeah. And I think a lot of that has to do, there's a lot of, talk on social media about incivility in the workplace, in healthcare. And I think that that's starting to filter down into the way people are acting and creating a safe learning environment for new grad nurses.